Most women get this wrong. Most women are trying to attract more money, but using affirmations that actually block it. The words sound positive, but the frequency behind it is all wrong. Today, I'm going to give you the exact words that you're going to speak so that you can start receiving right now. Not next month when you might feel more worthy, but right now. The truth is, your voice is an energetic tool. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you have. It carries your frequency. And when you speak from lack, even the most prettiest sounding affirmations repel money. You have to reframe the voice as a channel of energy and not just the words that you're saying. For example, saying I want more money actually implies that you don't have any. I want more is already indicating the lack of because you're saying I want more. I'm trying to attract more wealth implies that there's a distance between the two. Like it's far reaching. It's still not there yet. There's a gap. I'm trying. The vibration behind words matter more than the actual words themselves. Words have such a powerful meaning. When I was an attorney, like one word can make a difference in a whole document. And I think if people really understood the power of the words, they would be really careful on what they were choosing. And also the feeling and the emotion and the frequency behind them, they would choose them more correctly, more aligned. If you don't feel the emotion behind it, then you're not aligning with the wealth that you desire to attract. Feeling has to be there. You have to have that emotion. That feeling is everything. Remember, you have to feel it real because that emotion connects to the thing that you desire. And you have to believe the words first. Your words, they have power. They have such a deep meaning. And when people really understand this, they'll be so choosy of the words they speak, especially the words we say to ourselves, right? These words matter. The shift. Speak from certainty, not from hope. A mentor once told me, hope is not a plan. It's not enough to hope. The shift happens when you're speaking from having, not wanting. From certainty to not craving. From power, not performance. The energetic difference between desire and command. Like you're not commanding the universe to bring it to me right now, right? Being in a desired state is knowing like this is on its way to me. I'm expecting it. It's on its way to me. I don't have to have brute force, make it happen energy. I don't have to know how or when it's going to happen. I just know that it is happening. But when you're like trying to command it, control how it's happening, tell it where it's coming from, you're not really in the state of actually belief or connection emotionally to the outcome happening. And when you are in this state of course it's happening, that's power, as opposed to being command where it's like forceful energy. And it might not show up the way that you think it's going to show up. But if you leave it open and just be in the state of power, knowing that it's on its way to you, then the universe just might surprise you and you might just get it faster. When you're commanding, you're in a place of lack and desperation. It's like, it has to come now. It has to be this way. And you're actually closing off the other opportunities where it could come in because you're only looking at one avenue. This is the only way it's going to work. But is it? Could it come from another means, another avenue? Could it come from another client? When I tell my clients to let go of the ones that are causing them problems or the ones that ask too many questions when they're, wanting to work with them, I'm like, let them go because there's going to be another aligned client coming in. The money doesn't only have to just come from this one type of client. And when they release the reins on that, so much magic happens. 2 more aligned clients come in because they're not being in desperate energy, accepting a misaligned client just because they can pay. Because doing that is like desperate lack energy. Just because someone can pay you doesn't mean they always get access to you and your services. That's not the rich woman vibe. I believe the universe doesn't respond to begging and desperation. It might respond, but not in the way that you like. Because if that's the frequency you're in, you're going to attract more desperation and more things that are not in higher power. So yes, it will respond. However, it won't respond the way that you really want it to respond, which is bringing you the abundance and all the opportunities and things that you truly desire, not giving you more of what you're in, which is that desperate state. I do believe that how we want it to reward us is being the embodiment of the wealth and the success that we know we are. You are already a powerful, wealthy woman. You need to remind yourself and be in that state all the time because that's what the universe is going to keep sending you. That's what you truly desire, not being a woman or a little girl who's like in that desperate state, like, I don't know if it's working. I don't know. I can't help myself and I want to worry some more and I want to keep checking. Think about it. Your rich woman, the wealthy woman version of you, she's not doing that. The one that doesn't believe and is in desperation is. So the version of you that has all this wealth, she's operating on a different level. She's up here. And if you trust and believe, which is that feminine I speak about all the time, it is on its way. You don't have to beg. You don't have to be in lack. You don't have to be in scarcity. You're just going to be in the trust hey, it's on its way to me. So you made the order from Amazon or wherever, it's on its way. You're not going to sit there and go, well, where is it? I can't find it. That's the frequency we want to get into. And let me tell you, I have to remind myself of this too sometimes, especially when I'm venturing into new projects or going to that next level of in my business or scaling or something else. I have to allow myself to be like, okay, what's the end result? What do I have to get into? That's the state I need to be in. And that's what you really want to keep reminding yourself on a daily basis. Always check your frequency, always check where you're at, always check what your vibration is, because that's what you're putting out into the world. And you've got to be so aware, because your subconscious mind is also playing this game too. And it has a frequency and it's sending things out. So this is why I get in there and I'm like, okay, what could be causing resistance? What is it going on in the back of my mind? Even though my forefront saying one thing, what's really sending out the strongest frequency out there, because your subconscious is controlled by your emotions. And if your emotions are not where you want it to be, then your subconscious is going to be putting out stuff and bringing more of that scarcity, that worry, and that fear instead of being in power. Real quick, if you want my free emotional mastery PDF so you can master emotions, balance your energy, and unlock unstoppable wealth and success in just minutes, click the first pinned comment below or the link in description. You'll be able to discover tools that help you reduce overwhelm, clear emotional blocks, and create success with ease without overworking and burnout. Enjoy, and let's get back to the video. Money shows up when you speak and you are embodied and acting from power. Remember, power and money go hand in hand. But when you're coming from a place of disempowerment, well, the money's not going to show up exactly the way you want it or in the amounts that you desire, or as fast as you want it to come. Say these 3 exact phrases every single day and you're going to align with more wealth. Want to know what they are? These are the exact phrases that I use and say every day when I'm aligning with the overflow of wealth. I actually program them on my phone so that I can see these reminders throughout the day, just in case the human aspect of things come in through. I have to always remember what vibration, what frequency do I want to be in? Is it to worry or to be like, no, I live in the overflow? No, money always supports me. Money always wants to take care of me. Money delivers to me exactly what I desire. Overflow is my natural state. I always say that money is like the air I breathe. Like it's here. Wealth is right here for me. Allowing yourself to be so normalized with that it's all around you. Just like the air you breathe, you're in that flow. The more relaxed, the more I receive. Because when you're in a stress state, you're actually repelling more wealth. So the more relaxed I am, the more I receive. Here's what I always say. Money loves to support me every single day. Money loves to support me. Money loves to take care of me. It's just reminding myself that I am taken care of. I don't have to worry if money's going to show up, because it's always there to support and take care of me. A very different relationship than I'm investing or putting money out there. I don't know when the money's coming back. I have this fear. Usually that's around an abandonment wound. You need to go check out my other videos. I talk about that heavily, because that's what people do with money. They have this fear. They use it. It's going to go away. But imagine if you could be in this state of money always takes care of me and supports me. That's a beautiful thing. I started saying this years ago, and I would say money's my boo. Money desires me and money seeks me out. I know it sounds like a little crazy saying like money's my boo, like your partner. I think it just means like I'm protected, I'm safe, I'm taken care of by the masculine. Money's here to love me and take care of me. And whatever relationship you want to have with it, I think what that does is it reframes people's negative connotations and negative beliefs around money, that it's bad, because people have just assigned that meaning that money is bad. Rich people are bad. But what if you had a different relationship with money? And honestly, it's never really about the money. It's about another relationship in your life. And it's just showing up in the money frequency. Here's another one. It's safe to be seen in my wealth. I use these in the beginning because I think for the long time, people have this fear. If they become successful, people might talk about them, might say something to them. They come take their money, whatever it is. They have this immense fear of it being taken away. So they play smaller and they don't like talking about it. They don't want people to know about their money. They stay private. But honestly, whatever belief systems people have and the judgment they have towards you about the wealth that you've created is a them issue. It's not a you issue. The less that you pay attention to those people in the peanut gallery talking about someone's wealth or making judgment, the less you worry about that, the more your higher the frequency will go and your more connection to wealth. I always look at people who judge about money and they have negative things to say. I rarely have this on my channel or anywhere else. It's your personal decision. If you want to live in the lack and the scarcity, I'm not going to stop you. I would love it if you came over here, but that's a you choice. And if you're programmed the way you've been raised to think and live like that, I can't do anything about it because you're waking up every day and choosing to be stuck, choosing to live like that, choosing to assign money that way. For me, and for those of you that are watching this video, we want to choose to be in the overflow, into the place that we have this beautiful relationship with money. We know it's always coming and we know it's always taking care of us and it's always being renewed. And this is another thing I always say, money is a replenishable resource. It's always coming back to me. It's always coming back to me. It's replenishing. They're printing money now. And if you thought about it that way, then could you really waste it? Could it be gone forever when it's constantly coming back to you? And that is important to know, that it's not running out. Really important. It's not running out, that it's gone forever. Might feel like it sometimes, when you're investing or putting money out there, but really it's always coming back. It's always coming back. If you like this video, please give it a like below so that we know that you enjoyed it. Comment any questions you have and I'll answer ASAP. And if you haven't yet, it's time for you to stop holding yourself back from the more that you've always wanted. Hit the subscribe button and then turn all notifications on so you'll never miss a video. All right, let's hop back into the video. I used to say this a long time ago, money flows to me with ease, because it was like taking out the stress and the survival and it had to be hard. I think if you still believe that you have to work really hard to have money, you should come up with something like, well, no, it's easy to receive. Money is easy to receive. I receive it with ease. What it does is it's trying to have you rewire that it had to be hard, and causing more resistance around the receivership of more wealth. So if you can decide and you can start reprogramming your neural pathways to believe like, no, it's really easy to receive wealth, you'll start enjoying it more, because you're like, no, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. It's easy. You don't have to blood, sweat, and tears and be in survival mode and have to be in desperation and work really, really hard to get the money. And I know there's a belief system that you have to work hard to have money, but I feel like that's a fallacy. A lot of people are programmed with this by society. So what if you said it was easy? And they always say, if it comes easy, it's going to go easy. That's another saying that society came up with that I believe is BS. So decide how you want to receive money. If it's with ease, then you should start using that mantra. I don't want you just to repeat these in your head. I want you to feel them in your body. Like, what does that feel like? What does it feel like to receive with ease? What does it feel like to be in the overflow? What does it feel like to be supported by money? What does it feel like when money's your boo? What does it feel like? It feels relaxed. It feels safe. It feels calm. It feels regulated. Your nervous system gets regulated with that. So the more that you say it, the more that you're regulating yourself to receive more. So mantras aren't just things to program your mind. If you attach the emotional state and you feel it, you will rewire your nervous system as you're doing this. Of course, there's much deeper work to do, but it's a great start. You can stand tall, you can ground your feet, you can look in the mirror as you say these things, you can write them on sticky notes, put them around when you brush your teeth in the morning, when you're riding the Peloton, whatever you're doing. Maybe it pops up in your phone and good morning, and this is a mantra to say every morning. Instead of going into the negative, you can say something really positive to have your brain and your belief systems already activated towards like, this is the thing that I'm saying today because it's how my day is going to go, right? I'm telling you, you don't realize how powerful your mind is and how powerful your emotions are until it starts happening like this. And if you want to create that wealth and truly believe that this is what's happening for you, this is a great practice to start. And if you feel anxious about it because you don't feel grounded yet, maybe you put a hand on your heart, one on your solar plex, and you just like breathe these things in until they become the embodiment in your body. I receive with ease. Money supports me. And just allow yourself to feel into that. Feel into what it feels like. You can say each phrase and pause and let yourself just connect with it. Remember, our words have a power and a frequency. And if you can connect to these words that you're saying, you're going to amplify them and you're going to collapse time and you're going to call on that wealth way faster in your life. Don't just say it, feel it, and allow yourself to be it. If you have not got my book yet, Unlocking the Quantum Woman, I talk about the power of our words and how we can get into a frequency, how we can receive, how we can change our relationship with money. Go get this book. You will not regret it. And I would get the actual book as the workbook that's in here. This book is worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars just with the value that you would get. And if you haven't started listening to my podcast, Unapologetically Rich, what are you waiting for? You got your bestie in your ear. And while you're working out, driving, whatever it is, you want to be listening to the frequency, because remember, words have meaning, in the voice, in the words that I'm saying, because they are activating. Now, here's something that you could probably do. You can decide on your own what kind of things that you want to say on repeat. Record them and then listen to them as you're going to bed or as you're brushing your teeth in the morning. Maybe as you're falling asleep. I did this before. I'd record things on an audio, and then I'd fall asleep to myself talking about how wealthy I was. I'm a millionaire, and my relationship, my feelings about money. It was just programming my subconscious in a different way to maybe get out of the feeling that it had to be so hard, that I had to be in lack, or all the things that was suffering was attached to the wealth, right? It's a different way of doing things. I want you to drop below one statement in the comments that you are going to start adopting. Maybe it's one of the ones that I suggested. Maybe it's one of your own. I would love us to share so that maybe we can see what each other is doing. And maybe there's something that you can say that I might need, that I could start doing right now myself. This is such a powerful exercise. Remember, your words have meaning. Your words have meaning. Another thing I remembered in law school, I want to share with you, just an extra tip. It's like, instead of saying, I can't, I won't, don't, and anything that has a negative way or an opposite, try to reframe it in a way that's more of an abundant state, because what you're doing is you're not putting another stop with that word, because lack equals don't, won't, can't, and all of the words that have the apostrophe T on there, like kind of thing, couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't. So try to see the affirmative. I've been practicing this. I know people have alternate beliefs on it. I truly believe when you're talking into a powerful, positive state of it already being done, and it's actually in that highest frequency that statement could ever be written in, you are going to have powerful, powerful results. I fly first class is better than I'm on my way to, I'm on my way to flying first class, or one day I want to fly first class, or I hope I fly first class. I am flying first class. Remember, like Neville Goddard said, I am in Barbados, not I'm on my way to Barbados. I want you to remember that.